Yo, what's going on, guys? It's SoulStriker. Welcome back to another Minecraft script coding video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to be coding a player join counter. So basically this will allow you to have a number of players that have joined your server and be able to count them. I know you can do this with using essentials, but we're just going to be using script because that is what this video is all about. I just want to mention I do have a Discord dedicated to server help if you guys want to go join that and just help others, or if you have any questions for just like server stuff in general, that link will be down in the description, and make sure you go join that if you do desire. So let's get right into the video. So here is our code that we made from last episode. If you guys missed that episode, you can go ahead and click on the top right hand corner of the screen. That will take you to that video. But this is the code that we made last time. Basically, we're giving the player 5 diamonds when they first join the server. We're sending them a message, and we're sending join message to welcome the player to our server. I had a broadcast last time, but then I totally forgot about this set join message, so I went ahead and fixed that code. So it's all good with that. So to get the counter, get the player counter, we're gonna have to set a variable. Variables are your friends. They're very helpful. I use them all the time with script coding and Java coding. They're very helpful, very essential to your coding, whatever you're doing. Basically, there's a whole bunch of different ways that you could set variables. I know the way that I'm going to be doing this tutorial is not going to be the best way that you want to use setting variables every single time, but I'm just going to try and make it very simple and simplified for you guys who are new to this. So let's get right into it. So to set a variable, basically all you want to do, you put these braces and then you put the variable name. So I'm just going to call it join counter. So I'm going to call it join counter. So that is going to be our variable join counter. As I said, I know this is not the preferred way to do variables, but I'm just trying to make it very simple. Later on in the future, I will explain the reasons behind different variables and how to set it up using different codes and different events, etc. But this is what I'm going to be doing for this tutorial. So our variable is called join counter. So what we want to do is on first join, we want to add a number to our join counter variable. So basically what we want to do is we'll add 1 to join counter. So that basically just adds 1 to join counter. And you're probably thinking to yourself, or you might not be thinking to yourself, this join counter, it doesn't have anything added to it. So if it doesn't have any numbers added to it, it's not going to add something to it if it doesn't have anything to add, if that makes sense. So we need to go ahead and do a condition statement. So if join counter is not set, so that basically means if join counter doesn't have anything set to it, we're going to go ahead and set join counter to 0. So basically what this is saying is if this join counter variable has nothing added to it, go ahead and set it to 0. That way we can start adding numbers to our join counter variable because there's actually something set to it. So we're going ahead and add 1 to join counter. So that is very simplified what you want to do. And if you guys are using variables, going to be using variables a lot, this is not really the preferred way to do it because there's different ways you can set variables and whatever. I'm just trying to make this simplified, as I said. So if join counter is not set join counter to 0, add 1 to join counter. So now we're going ahead and broadcast that specific number to the server when a player joins. So we can go ahead, welcome player to our server. And then we can go ahead and put, let's see, we'll do yellow with the rest of our color code, player, and then numbers. So we can use the hashtag sign, but keep in mind, if you use the hashtag sign or the pound sign, however you want to call it, if you use this in like normal configurations, that basically cancels out the code. So if you have just one hashtag, you can't use anything else in the rest of the code. It basically just stops the code. So that's why you need 2 hashtags. And so basically it says, oh, there's 2 hashtags here. That means we're not canceling out the code, we're actually using it in the code itself. So we'll do hashtag, and then this will be representing our number. And then now we go ahead and put our join counter variable. So if you went and go ahead and put join counter, that basically will send a broadcast message of it will just say join counter in chat. So as you saw with the player, we use %signs to get the specific player's name. We're going using %signs to get the specific variable number as we set. So this is going to be broadcast a player, and then this will set the number as you see right here. So that is going to be all. That's pretty much everything that you need. So make sure you use %signs to get the specific number that you set for your variable. So go ahead and save that, and then now we'll go back in game. One quick thing that I want to mention, if you guys want to remove your variable completely, you can't just delete it because that variable is still saved in the script files. So what you want to do is go ahead, if you want to delete it completely, delete your variables just like right here. But then at the end of your code or whatever, you want to either clear that variable, clear, and then the join counter, or you can either do delete and then the variable name join counter. So you can either do either of those, clear or delete. That basically just clears it all together. So I just wanted to throw that out if you wanted to remove your variables like completely. So in game, we can go ahead and do sk reload join, which is the name of our script, and we have no errors and it's loaded successfully, which is fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and reset my player data for the world. That way it recognizes me joining for the first time. So if you were wondering how to reset the player data, all you want to do, go into your world file and then just hit this player data, and if you open it, it just shows like all the data file. Basically, go ahead and delete that folder and you're pretty much set. Go ahead and join the server and let's see what happens. As you see, we got the same join message, welcome SoulStriker to our server, player number 1. So that is fantastic. So our code does work. So every time a player will join, that number will increase by 1. So let me go ahead and get an alt on just to show you that it works. We are logging in with my alt. See, welcome Soul Reaper to our server, player number 2. So that is fantastic. So that is everything with this tutorial. Hope you guys did enjoy. As you saw, it does work pretty well. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.